Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So some of you already know that we are planning to move hopefully by the end of this year if we are lucky, and everything is going to change, but my studio is pretty much set up perfectly, and this is how I intend to set my studio up in the new house as well. But I want to give you guys a good little look through since I've finally made it fairly neat and tidy and most of the bulk things are packed away. And this is like the perfect studio setup when it comes to lighting and recording. So I'm going to show you my green screen, I'm going to show you my lighting that I use. I'm going to show you what it looks like, I'm going to show you a cool little technique so I can have all my art supplies literally almost surrounding me. And there's still space for the puppies to lie and bake in the sun, and everything else is pretty tidy and easy to manage like this. So I do not like working in a massive mess, so the tidier it is, the easier it is for me to focus and just draw, and that is what I'm going to show you. So the main thing that I think people are interested in is how I set up the lighting, how I set up the green screen, how I edit that as well. So I will tell you what software I use. I try and make things as easy as possible because I am by no means a pro in any sort of software. So Photoshop, I have no idea what to do in Photoshop, and I don't really have the time to go and learn all about it. So I try and make things as simple as possible, things that I can teach myself really easily and just manage it that way. And I know many of you will feel the same. You don't have the funds for one or the time to be able to go and do these in-depth courses in media or in art and design. So why not just make it as easy as possible for yourself? And you can do all the stuff from home. So the set that I have with the green screen and the light boxes is a really cheap set. I think I got it for $260 for the entire set, including the tripod that this camera that you're watching me from is standing on. And it's such a cheap set and it's just amazing. Now, the only thing in the set that was crap was the green screen and the white screen that it come with. It was this like, I'm not sure what the fabric is, but it's not a fabric that you can iron smooth or anything, so it can burn if you iron it, so don't even try and do that. What you can do though is if you get a lot of clips, I'm sure you can tighten it really straight. But I did invest the money in getting proper green screens. So the screen behind me is one that you can sort of fold up and put back in the box and use however you like. And at the back of it, it's black. And then I've got another screen behind it with, oh no, at the back of the green one is blue. And then the screen behind that is a white one and a black one. So you can sort of just swap them around real easy. Particularly with the poles that the green screen or the screens are on, it's easy to change things around. So that's what I like, easy, convenient, because when you're doing camera setups for whatever you're doing, you're always changing things around. So if I'm going to use a massive art piece, I'm going to change up my lighting, change up the camera angles, and you want things to be set out in as simple way as possible. Where my table is located in my drawing room is pretty much the dead center of the room, so that I can have the camera across from my table and I can have the screens behind me, I can have lights next to me and in front of me, and it's not going to get in my way. I want to be able to maneuver everything easily and maneuver around things easily. So it's a pain in the ass if you are trying to squish in between things all the time, and it took me a long time to set up my studio in this way and finally get it right the way I feel it's just comfortable to maneuver everywhere. Anyways, I am really talking a lot, but let's get into what my studio looks like now, what the equipment looks like and how it's set up, and then it gives you guys a good idea of what happens. Oh, the software that I use, I have an old Mac computer, so I use Camtasia, and that is a great, easy software to use. If you can use iMovie on your Mac, then you can use Camtasia. It's pretty much just as simple as that. And Camtasia has the function of editing the green screen out behind you. So that is really handy. And now with the new Camtasia that they've just released this month, you are able to use the same Camtasia files between your Mac and your Windows computer. So my Mac unfortunately overheats a lot. It is time for a new one, but at least I can use it on the Windows computer that we have, which is a lot more powerful than the Mac that I have at the moment. So that's great for me because I'm not worrying about changing from Mac to Windows. So that's what makes Camtasia a really, really useful tool to use. So that is the software that I use, and it's very, very easy. If you guys want to actually see me edit something in Camtasia, let me know and I'll keep that in mind for the future. And yeah, oh, things are going to get super quiet on my YouTube channel soon because of the move, so things should be back to normal by mid to the end of January next year. So please keep that in mind. Don't unsubscribe to my channel because you haven't seen me for a while. Just know that we are moving from Perth to New South Wales, so it's a massive move, and I will try and get back into everything as soon as possible. And then if the studio setup in the new place is very, very different to what I have here, I'll give you guys a new tour of the new studio as well. Okay, let's get into what the studio looks like. Okay, so we are currently standing at the door of my studio room, so it's just the back room of the house. And things have changed a lot since that last video that I posted more than a year ago, so just ignore that studio video pretty much. So you can sort of see everything is just in the middle. So I'll start from the left. That is just a window, a mirrored cupboard. And then I've got some stuff leaning against the wall. And then this is one of the soft lights that is in that box set. And then that is the green screen over there. And there is another light over there. It is currently on. And then another light and more lights. So those lights are over my work, and the reason they are on like that is because I'm about to start a new video on my November art box reward. So at the back wall's got all the pictures that I've done, and there's some drawers there in the back from top to bottom. I've got the tripod here, which is where this camera that I'm currently holding stands while it records me in front of that green screen like that. So the angle that it's at is this. So this is what the camera sees when recording me. And then on Camtasia, I can edit out all the surrounding areas, so there's just me and the green screen. And then with the green screen, I can obviously edit out the background. So I have a light here from here, so the light sort of is in my face to light up my face. I have two lights over here, art lights that light up my work on the table. I have this softbox light that lights up my work as well and the rest of the table, and that just makes the light really even and white and gives you the most realistic colors that I can give you without having any orange hues or anything like that. Then I have this camera which is over my work while I do it, so I have both cameras recording at the same time. So usually this camera recording my work over there is going to be what's on the main screen of the computer, and whatever I'm recording from here, like me, is just going to be on the bottom left or right of the screen. Excuse me, so you can see me while I'm drawing. So with these screens, I mentioned that I had two. So this one's a blue and green one, and this one is a black and white one. So, and it's easily changed on there. That's literally all that's holding it up is the top of that pole. And these stands come with that set with these box lights for $200. And that's Aussie dollars, so US dollars probably gonna be even cheaper. Okay, and then I have my area over here. So this, I'm just working on one of these sort of clipboards. I have my supplies surrounding me. So I got some pan pastels there. I got my Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils there. My art lights again, which are over my work. I have, oh, and then the easiest part for me is I've got these two boxes. They're empty. There's nothing in there. And these boxes have the supplies that I want nearest to me. So I can't have everything on the table because it makes it hard, and I keep leaning too much. So the camera that's facing me just shows me leaning over all the time, and that's a bit annoying. So I just put the supplies literally right next to me. They're a little lower than the table, and it's easy for me to grab whatever I need right there, and you can't see it interfere with whatever I am recording. I also have my School Smart sharpener over there. All the cords in that are on the table, not under the table, because I don't want the dogs to walk through there. And then yeah, so that's pretty much my setup. So I got my table, I got this tripod with a camera on top over my work, and everything else is just simply set out like that. And then the dogs like to lie here in the sun whenever I'm doing my work. Hello. You sunbaking? So they're happy and we're happy. Yeah, this is just a big mess, so you're probably just better off ignoring that, but There's some stuff that I need to pack away, but a lot of my art supplies are in the drawers like that. And then here's just another angle of the table. I do not know if this video has made it any easier to understand how my studio is working, because from the looks of the video it seems a bit messy, but really it's not. There's not much here except for the lights and the tables. Now the lights and the screen take up a crap load of space, and that's what makes it so easy for the room to look really crowded when it's really not. So if you look at the table, there's still a fair bit of space there on the table, and it's easy to have things really cramped, and working cramped for me just doesn't work. I need the space. But these boxes are easy. If I need them out the way, I can just slide them under the table, and then I still have all this other space on the side of the room. So I hope that gave you guys a good perspective. So again, I'll just go over the lighting again. I got a lot of lights. So I've got the 3 box lights. So that one's usually, that box light is lighter than the other 2, because that one's supposed to be on top of your head. But I just use it there at an angle, and that's sort of going to be an angle on my face. And then I have that brighter little study lamp there, which lights up my face more for the camera. I have the 2 art lights which light up my work, while this camera at the top is recording whatever's down there. And then to light up the green screen without a shadow, I have these 2 lights at an angle on the green screen. So I'll just show you that from the back again. So there's a light over there, and there's a light over there. Both of them are at the same angle, and they light up the green screen. When I'm sitting there in front of the green screen, those lights are pretty much behind me at an angle. They're not on me. So there's no shadow created from me onto the green screen, and that's the most important part, because if there is a shadow on the green screen, you're not going to cut the color out properly, and it's going to make it look really fake. So you want the green screen to be cut out nicely without having all these extra shades or shadows. And that's why I have those lights at an angle. So they are for the green screen. The lights on the table are for the drawing and that camera. The lights here at the back are for my face and this camera that I'm holding, so that I'm lit up properly, as well as the background, as well as the work that's on the table in front of me. So that has just been the simplest way to sort of set everything up. You're not going to avoid having lights everywhere, unfortunately, if you want to have your videos look really nice and professional and clean. So this is sort of the extent that you have to go to, but it doesn't have to be stupidly expensive. The box light set is $200. The green screen, both those screens were $200. And the tripod I got with the set, with the box set, the light box set, and the pole stands. And this table, we even made this table out of MDF board ourselves. And yeah, there's ways to save money. These are just on boxes. You don't have to go buy fancy drawers or anything like that. You can make things really cheap and easy for you and still have a professional outcome. The cameras, of course, are probably the most expensive. So I've got a Canon 60D over there, which records my work, my art. And then this camera is the Panasonic HC-V770M. That's what that one is. Okay, so that is my studio tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it was useful, and I hope it didn't give you too much of a headache with all the moving around. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next year. Bye!